I get a lot of messages from people asking what flies are working, what fish are hitting at the various places that I fish. And generally, my #1 answer to them is it doesn't really matter. Fish are highly sensitive to movement. So unless there's a very specific hatch going on, I tell people not to worry as much about what flies they're hitting and to worry more about how you're fishing the particular flies that you're using. In this video, I'm going to show you guys a few catches that I've had recently where it wasn't the particular fly that caught the fish, but rather how I was fishing those flies and how I was moving them. Check them out. My rod isn't in a great view in this footage, but you can see how I'm shaking the rod tip to shake the fly to try to entice this fish to bite. Fish on, guys. Ooh, what is that? That is a crazy looking fish right there. Holy cow. It's got markings like a tilapia, but it's got a spot on it like a bluegill would. This is what I got to get down here. Hope I don't fall in the canal. Oh, but this is gonna be worth it. This fish is insane looking. What is this? That is a bluegill and a beast. I'm gonna make sure we get this in the net. Oh my goodness. What a freaking fish. Whoa. It looked even bigger from up top where I was fishing, but that is a big bluegill right there. That is awesome. What a fish. All right, buddy. There he goes, right down here. What a fish. That was awesome. The next catch I'm gonna show you guys is one of a largemouth bass. Largemouth bass are predatory, and fishing for them really teaches you how effective just moving and twitching your flies can be to catch fish. Fish on, guys. Got a little bass on this hair tie jig. Good fight on this fish. Man, they are loving this. This is the 3rd bass I've caught on it. Let's see if we can land this one. The other 2 have gotten off. I was actually using a barbless one earlier. Didn't realize that. And then this one is on one that has a barb on it. But yeah, super easy fly. Beautiful fish right there. I don't know why they're liking that today. Thanks, buddy. The next catch I want to show you was at a spillway out in the desert near Phoenix, Arizona. This particular spillway was a perfect section to do some drift fishing. However, drifting the flies just wasn't working. So I took the indicator off and I started bouncing and moving the fly as it was drifting away from the spillway. Check out what happened. Fish on, guys. Oh, what do we got here? That's a tilapia. Nice. Way to start the day here. All right. Not a bad size one for a 5 weight. Sweet. Little tilapia there. Whoa! For the last catch of the video, I'm going to show you guys some footage from a previous video of mine where I was fishing for trout. I'm using a balanced leech while fishing a creek, and I end up shaking the rod tip to really get the tail of that leech moving. Check it out. I wouldn't be surprised then if there's a few trout just stacked up right in here where it starts to pick up. Oh, had a hit right there. So I'm just casting this leech downstream, and then as I'm bringing it back, I'm just making sure to kind of shake the rod to shake the tail on that fly a little bit. Fish on. There we go. Well, that's a good fish. Dang, that's a good pull on this fish. Well, I guess that's where the current starts too, so fighting the current a little bit. Yep, there we go, another rainbow here. Sweet. It's always fun with the 3-weight, these kind of fish in here. Nice little rainbow right there. Well, there you go, everybody. I hope you learned something from today's video. Thanks so much for joining me again. If you liked the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks so much for joining me. See you guys next time. Peace.